Hi, and welcome to this episode on the settings required for banking in Enterprise. I'm Sharon from Enterprise, and in this session, we'll look at your payment terms, setting your exchange rates, and your default GL accounts for making payments. So let's get you started. So if we click on Settings and go to Finance and Banking. So the first option we have here is Payment Terms. So payment terms is what you assign to your customers and suppliers to determine what the due date on your invoices will be and how they will be calculated. So for example, this one here is 30 days. So 30 days from the posting date, so the due date is based on the posting date. There'll be 30 days added to the posting date of the invoice each time to calculate when it's due to be paid. So you can set up all the requirements that you need here by clicking on Add a New Payment Term, define the code, the due date, what the calculation will be based on, so you can choose from posting date, today's date, document date, what time of the month to start from, so whether it's the month end, halfway through the month start, or none. So none will take it that from the posting date of the date that's entered, that's where the calculation will begin. Then on this column here, you can choose to do additional months or additional days, and of course then save. So once you set up your customers and suppliers, you'll be able to allocate the payment terms. So over here on the right we have the payment option, and this is for defining your default GL accounts for each of the payments. So of course remember that when you put in an incoming payment or an outgoing payment, you can change the bank GL accounts as you require them, but this just gives you the default, so to save you doing that each time on the entry. So for example, for incoming payments and receipts, we've got the transfer account, so the cash account when cash payments are coming in, same for outgoing payments. So important thing to note here is that when you click on the drop down option, the only list of GL accounts you will see listed here is anything defined as a cash account. And of course, at the bottom here, for the purpose of your bank reconciliations, it's important to define the default bank charges account, especially if you're going to use the auto matching option when doing your bank reconciliation. And again, don't forget to save. So scrolling on down, the next option we have are the exchange rates for your foreign currencies. So this can be done very simply by setting rates for the period. So we can choose the month to set the rates for. So we can start off here by setting the rates for the period. We can choose the date range from and to, so if you want to do it by day, by week, by month. We can select all currencies or simply just select the currencies that are relevant to your organization. And let me just pop in a couple of rates here to show you what will happen on the screen, and let's click on Save. You'll now get a message to confirm, so we'll say yes to that. And they were updated successfully. So now let's take a look at the exchange rates table, and let's just refresh that. So if we just go back into settings again, back into finance and banking, and then just come down and let it refresh, you can see that those new exchange rates have been applied for the euro and the GBP. What you can do, of course, is against each individual line. So for the day of the month, you can simply edit the exchange rate as you require, and of course remember to save. And of course on the transactions themselves, on the invoicing and payments, don't forget you can change your exchange rates at the time of entry. And the last option here down at the bottom, which is the house bank accounts. So this is where you can define bank accounts to link to your customers and suppliers. Very simply click on Add New House Bank Account here, define the name, sort code, account number and account name, the GL code that will be linked to that bank account, the IBAN and the BIC codes, and of course you can set the bank account as default. And don't forget to save. Well, thank you for watching, and if you require any further help, don't forget to check out the help articles in help.enterpryze.com or contact any of our support representatives here on the chat. And you can also access the Help Centre from here. If you scroll down, there's a quick link here to get you to the Help Centre also. Thank you for watching.